This is the Cooler Master 430 Black Elite. You can see reviews on YouTube on this case, not by me but by other people. I just want to show you some things that I've thought would be useful for anybody who wants to purchase this case. So let me start off with the case. Already comes with one 20mm fan, intake fan from the front. So I bought 5 more fans. I'm utilizing every single fan port. But the one that just 2 spots where the fans are going to be maybe bothering something, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. The bottom fan, you can in this case you can fit a 120mm fan, 90mm fan, or an 80mm fan, depending on the size, the length of the power supply. Now my power supply is 6.3 inches, so I can fit a 90mm or an 80mm. I cannot fit a 120. It will not allow me, unless I modify it in some way, but I don't want to do that. If I had a 6.5, that's the biggest you can have, and then you can still fit an 80mm fan at the bottom. Now you have to have something that's smaller than 6.0 inches to fit a 120mm fan. I have a modular cable which will help them with this case, because this case is not very cable management friendly. So it's very good to buy a modular power supply. So remember that. Nothing bigger than 6.5, otherwise you won't be able to install a bottom fan intake. That's what you want to have, the bottom fan intake. The other problem is not sure yet until I get all the other parts, but I know for one of the CPU heatsinks that I wanted to get, it will not fit. But the top fans are standard 120mm fans, and they're 25mm thick, and they do overlap. When I say 25mm thick, they're about 1 inch thick, and they overlap the motherboard just a little bit. Not a problem with the motherboard, since there's still a lot of room back here for the motherboard, but a CPU heatsink, an aftermarket one, might run into problems hitting this or not allowing that CPU heatsink to fit in. Like the one I wanted to get was called the Coolit Vantage. The radiator is not going to allow, it's not going to be able to fit in because of these fans. So I brought 2 120mm slim fans by Scythe, and they're 12mm thick, so they will not be overlapping the motherboard tray. So that's good, but they're not blue LED. I still might not put those in. I just bought them just in case. They're expensive, $24 each. But I can use them for anything in the future, whatever I need to use them for. But anyway, instead I went with, I'm going to go with a Hyper 12 by Cooler Master. And I'm going to turn it the other way around, where the fan's down here, blowing air out. I've seen it work on other cases, the same case. I've seen it work. So I don't think it's going to give me any problems at all using that heatsink. So everything's going to look good. When I'm done, I'm going to show you. I'm going to install other parts to it. I'm going to show you each bay what I'm installing there. And the last video, I'm going to show you everything, how it looks, even with cable management. I'm not going to sleeve these cables, but I might in the future. So don't know when I'm going to do that, but now I'm going to show you how the case looks when it's off. I'm not sure if I said this already, but the top fans came with an air filter just in case you were intaking. I don't know who would intake from the top. You can do it though, I won't see a problem, but then you need the air filters. Mine are exhausting, so they're not going to be intaking any dust from the outside. but my bottom fans are intaking. The power supply fan already came with an air filter, and the front intake already came with an air filter. This bottom fan didn't, but the air filter on the top of the case, I took it out and cut it in half, and these things that held it in place on top, I took those out and put them in here, so now I can clean this. And the other half, I put it on the side window, and it works there. All I have to do is unscrew it. I mean, that's not a big hassle for me. Maybe for other people, if you can, figure a way how to make it easier to. So now I'm gonna show you how it looks turned on. That's how it looks turned on. That's the top. The bottom is the air filter. The rear the front. It's not that heavy. You hear how it sounds though? Pretty cool. Oh man, I took out the plug by mistake. Now I gotta let it shut down a little bit more. So now it's back on. And this is the front of the case. I have an NZX2, not NZX2, NZXT Century 2 fan controller, controller 5 of the fans, except for the exhaust fan, the rear exhaust fan. I have the intake controlled by it, the 2 top fans controlled by it, the bottom fan controlled by it, and the side fan controlled by it. I'm going to show you how it looks like in the dark. Pretty cool, ain't it? Easy to show you again. Now I'm gonna show the 5 fans are controlled by the Century 2. All the fans are shut off except for the rear exhaust fan, which I won't have control by the motherboard. I have this LED sleeve kit by NZXT, and it's pretty cool. Just in case I have to take out those fans and use the side slim fans, I can use that kit to brighten up here, and I can shut them off. There they go, shut off. And I can turn them back on, and they have settings from high, medium, low, medium, high. And that's it for the case. Watch the other videos of me installing some stuff in the front bays, and the whole thing completely done. And that's it.